Hey everyone. I saw a video a while back where it was like rec rap editing a video for an hour. So I wanted to record myself making one of these Curryway scripts and kind of go through my thoughts, go through my reasoning, and hopefully that helps someone. I know a lot of people here said they struggle with script writing, so I guess I'll kind of talk through my process, at least for this one Curryway script. I mean, people seem to like the script writing I do for my own channel, and well, that's why I ended up in the position of making scripts for Curryway videos. At least for the Curryway videos, it's kind of like an intro, the run. Like it's just like a 20-minute speed run, but like it's probably a good example for some of the ways I think. So, I think first and foremost, like collect your thoughts. For me, like doing work for Kuriway, like I haven't watched this run, but he has notes on his run, and he has a spreadsheet that kind of gives the splits of the run, which hey, it's nice info to have. At least for some of the ones where it's more technical, like, hey, I got this time, here's how I did it. Oh my god. Dude, this is from March, and it's already 1,000 runs behind Curryway. You gotta slow down. But I'd say the number one thing is, like, worry about the intro later when you have a much better, like, thought of, like, what the rest of the video looks like.
Close. I just want to play consistently good today. That's my goal. I frame perfect while I change music. Let's freaking go. Let's put on London Electricity today.
So usually I watch through the video on, like, 1.5 speed. Um, it's like the easiest to kind of go back through. If you have it on YouTube Perfect, you can also enable captioning, which is totally chill in case you miss something. You could also put your video through Premiere Pro or some other video editing software and kind of get your transcript that way and kind of get what you're saying. So, I guess my first thoughts thinking about this video as a whole, Curryway code named it 1 in 20k fort. So right now I don't know what that means. I guess the notes say nothing good to go for but the frozen ocean, the overworld, 8 iron from good boat, close BT, overslept like past the BT, mid 5 enter, it's Sebastian fort, good nether, no triple, double bad, got enough pearls. Oh, so there's no gold blocks, but you got enough pearls, 12 obby left. 8 obby chest in fort. Okay, so is that... I guess that's the premise of the video, that he gets 8 obsidian in a single fort. I think I'm actually going to give myself a sense of what to do about it by just skipping ahead and just seeing what exactly this chest is. Oh, well, he's saying he's completely speechless.
I'm 20 now. I've really never.
Damn, he paused for a while.
I'm annoying. Hello. Oh, hi. Oh, hello. This is helpful.
So, like, why are we here to begin with? Oh, that's actually cool. The strays made him look at the chest. So a terrible speedrun saved by a really good fort chest. This is definitely one of the things Kuriway said he was kind of iffy on. And I can't lie, first thoughts, I am kind of iffy on this too. So, knowing the work I've already done for Kuriway, it feels like a video that will struggle to reach 8 minutes. I don't know. This is like the only thing in the video, pretty much, which is scary, I must admit. Fuck, man. I can't lie. Kuriway said this definitely was one of the ones that could be cut, but it kind of messes up my flow where it's like, oh, I'm gonna record myself script writing when it's like, oh, dude, it's a cool moment. Bummer. Do I think it's worth continuing? Because right now where my head is at, like this is it. This is the whole chest. Let's see how good the reaction is. How long do we get out of the reaction? He's just flabbergasted.
No, I've really never. No, no, dude, I've never seen that chest before. No, really, I think it was 8. I think it was 8 obby. I have 20 now.
Obsidian 2 to 4. Wait, let's look at this chest exactly.
I'm annoying. Poor baby.
It's just that and a saddle. Wait, so if it's 8 obsidian in a saddle with stack 2 to 4. Wow. So either it chose 3 and 2 4. This is such annoying odds. I wonder how he got 1 in 20,000. But I mean, an 8% ripped like either 2 or 3 times? At least 2 times. Dude, I don't want to run the math. That's so boring. Okay, so do I think the... Is this enough to warrant a video? Fuck. If it was my channel, I wouldn't. Hang on, let me see. How bad is the Curryway backlog? It's pretty bad. It's it's pretty bad. Like we're 1,000 runs behind, and this is the moment. Oh, dude, but it's like it's just such an insane coincidence that he got 12 obby into like 8 obby perfectly. God. Fuck. Okay, I'll go through with it. I'll see the vibes. So essentially we need to play it like the Bastion gave just enough stuff. You know, I'll highlight it. The Bastion gave just enough stuff, and then the obby chest had 8 obby exactly. I have no clue how I would even go about making an intro for this. So that's part of why you gotta just vibe with it first. So what do I want to say? It's like it's just an average day in the office. Okay, let me just like play it off like
It's going in time.
I'm scripting like like every other video.
Let's put on London Electricity today. Bam. What do I got? It's nice to be back. Oh, I'm not recording. Tracker is open.
So part of what I'm looking for here while kind of watching it like this, you could argue I could skim it even more, but because it's only a 20-minute video, might as well just watch it through on 20 and just see if there's anything interesting. So kind of how I like to structure my scripts is that anything post commentary gets indented, and then timestamps something interesting happened here, and then I said something interesting here. So essentially the format is that if it's not indented, it's live in the video with some sort of timestamp. Hopefully, like I use Curryway's in-game timer in this case, or if I was editing my own video, I also use a timer, but you could also use like the duration in the video, just so I know where to go back to, or the editor that Curryway pays to do the video knows where to go back to. If for example I wanted to put any notes, I'd say note here, like something I'd want to remember about how I would want to edit this section, like anything I'd want to say, like cool effect here. Okay, but I'll just go through the actual run now and see what I think.
Open. Good calm though. It's good to be back. I'm probably
with Curry stuff especially, he kind of yaps a lot, so it's like it's really hard to pick out the exact lines you want. Like something like this where he's like, "I'm back, guys." He's just kind of bantering with the chat like he does for a lot of like beginnings of runs. Very frequently he's just talking to chat, nothing's interesting has really happened yet. Like a lot of this can be cut, and that's probably a good thing, because you really want to get to the action as soon as possible. But hey, maybe he says something interesting while he's like, "Oh shit, this run sucks." It'd be really nice if he said something like that.
Probably going ocean here.
You know, I'll make a note of it. Oh yeah. Something really interesting I do is like, oh my god, do they not work? But like this is Control 8. This is actually a mouse button I'm pressing because of one of my extensions that allows you to do like hotkeys. Like what is this? Control S to highlight, which is so nice instead of doing something like this. That way you're like actually, I don't know, it's a very nice productivity tool. I like it. Okay. Like, I don't think this will actually be used, but in case he says something else interesting, I'll just write it down. And then I can just hold it with the hotkey.
Oh my goodness, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to salmon on the floor.
Salmon on the... Why is the salmon on the floor? Wait, guys. Can we pick up the salmon, please? Guys.
So it's like here I'd probably say yeah, I think here I would say something about the spawn or start of the run. And then it's like, okay, I'm probably going ocean here. Like quick cuts, making tools, or quick cuts chopping wood and making X. Boat.
Please pick up the salmon. I'm gonna go ocean.
It's like pacing, it's just like you're showing the actions happening.
Let's pick it up. Aren't they meant to be in the sea? I guess. It's not a cod. Salmon or chill? Cod, not chill.
I don't know. I think for some videos, like this banter at the start can work, but like when the interesting thing happens in the fortress, we kind of gotta hurry along.
Salmon chill, cod not chill. Okay. I do love salmon. Okay. Damn. We're off. Hope you guys like all the charity stuff. I think it was really fun. I pretty much enjoyed it, like everything that we did. Like I was a little bit I was like not concerned, but I wasn't sure how much I would enjoy certain things. But I think the highlight for me honestly was all versions. Like I loved all versions, like to the point where I want to do my own all versions. Like hardcore no F3. Like I want to do that.
Do that,
At some
man.
point. I'm obviously, you know, no timetable, but I loved it. I really loved it. All portals was really cool. And then
Okay, yeah. So, especially in a speedrun, when stuff like this happens, like getting iron, it's a very important thing to note down. I know from the notes, like, he's not happy, needs to loot the BT, so it's like at the 206. This is kind of something for the editor. So this is something like, if I believe the editor can do it, like, they'll just find this on their own. Like, as a fresh pair of eyes, like, they'll notice this. But, like, especially if this was my own video, it's really nice to save your own time now instead of just like, oh, I guess I'll just figure it out later. Or like figuring out like what you need to tell yourself to edit faster. So like I don't always like go super in depth, especially like closer to the end of runs where it's a little more stream highlights mode. I kind of let the editor do their own thing. But especially if it was like my own video, I do this as much as possible because it's like it's better to kind of not rewatch things more than once, like kind of catching things on the first way through, so that when you're actually editing, you save yourself time. Shipwreck, 8 iron. Then does he say
thing,
anything?
The charity thing. They were all freaking the charity thing, you bozo. The Squint, thank you for continuing the gift sub. The
So he mines the thing as well. But yeah, actually, I'm gonna put this in brackets because obviously it's not something Curry's gonna say. I need to just figure out a way to fill in this time here. Probably around when I do the intro. So right now I'm just giving myself as much knowledge as possible so I can make a better intro later.
Yeah.
Like this is shit that you do in fucking high school essays where they tell you like write the rest of the essay first and write the intro last.
The crowd control. Everyone was like really worried about the crowd control and how it would go, and I think it went about as good as possible. What's up, Carson? That is true. That's true. All portals was really fun too. Dude, the thing with all portals though is just like it's
Is that BT? Okay, BT loot. So like maybe here I'd say something about maybe I do say something about how it's first run a day, not locked in, missed the BT, and then after that voiceover, it would be whenever the reaction is.
just like put in my brain like God, Fine is like so good at Minecraft. It's like
Wait, this is so funny. You just like, God, Fine is so good at Minecraft. And he just misses the BT. I think that's something that's charming. So it's
I didn't think I was going that
nice
slow,
to
and this
keep.
guy was just cranking, dude. He's just a maniac. He's just crazy at Minecraft. He's just crazy at the game. It's just so good. It's just so good. But everything we did was just, oh, I passed it. Wait,
I passed it. So maybe I can tell the editor to do something goofy like some sort of arts effect. Just like I don't know. Especially with Curryway videos, something like I'm always thinking about is like how much do I want to explain to the viewer? Like, do I need to explain it out that it's like, oh, I got 8 iron here. So, as always, I go to the BT loot for extra iron and cod or salmon or whatever food. Think about the start of the run, and then like, oh, the ocean leads into a shipwreck with no food and 8 iron. So I collect the BT map for some extra gear, probably unabbreviate buried treasure. Because it's really important to try and think about your demographic, because yes, Curryway, like, has a lot of loyal subscribers, but for example, if this is a video that reaches a wider audience, like, I do think it is good to spell it out, and also, like, we need to be saying something, so, I don't know. I usually err on the side of, like, explain it, like, people who know don't really care too much when you explain it, like, as if, like, you're trying to explain it to a casual player. At least that's what I've noticed, where it's, like, people who know about runs don't really complain too much about how, it's kind of being explained still, because you're always trying to appeal to a more casual audience in the off chance they're watching your video. I'd say for the most part, it's really not ideal to make videos that you think will only do well with your subscribers, because, I mean, you're just limiting who can watch your video. I feel like the only way you can justify something like that is if it's like a project you want to do, it like a you project, like something where it's like you don't care, like it's something for you. Or like for Curryway, like something like I think the script for 4000, he wanted that one to be more special. So I think I cared less about trying to like retention max or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and kind of making it more something Curryway can be proud of when he looks back on it. So I think that's like part of the trade-off, where it's like, okay, this is kind of like content mode, but here's something I really want to do. And if you really want to do something, do it, because I mean, making more videos is good and it keeps you motivated. So I collect the buried treasure map for extra gear. However, for the first run of the day. Oh yeah, one thing I also like to do, with this, like, here's the timestamps. I want the video to like have that as B-roll footage. So when he's looting, when I say that, oh, I'm into a shipwreck with no food and 8 iron, I'm gonna give the timestamp. What I used to do is I used to just put it in the middle of the thing, but this is really hard to read. So what I started doing is I started using subscripts. So that was control period, and I just put the timestamp in the middle of the text, and it's kind of out of the way. It's one of the cooler things I've learned from script writing for Curryway, where it's like, yeah, this is both a way that allows you to put information in your script and also still be able to read it. Something else I like to do is I like to actually leave comments on the Google Doc. If for example, I want to say something like this, usually these are like editing notes here, but for now I'm leaving it for myself to like template what I want to say. Because sometimes you don't always have the best words at the time. Like I think if I were to wing it, I'd be like, oh, the start of the run's nothing too special, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bang, bang. He says he's going ocean, and then it's just really quick things of gearing up. Or for the first run of the day, I was a little distracted. And then it goes back to live mode, where he's like, God, Fine is so good at Minecraft. And he just misses the BT. That's pretty funny. But, then I'll also do the same thing where I put the timestamp 217 in the middle of the thing. Cool.
Oh, it's this. I'm stupid. It was just. I really enjoyed kind of all of it. I really did. Like, I really enjoyed all of it. And I'm really happy with all the money we were able to raise. I called my grandma today and told her about it, and she was very happy. So it was cool. It was really.
Dude, stop trying to, like, stop being so wholesome. We're making YouTube content.
It was really cool. I'm just gonna do full this.
Oh, I should probably make note. Okay. One thing I see a lot of people do is they just put like an excessive amount of spacing between things in their scripts. And I do not think you need to do that. Usually I make new paragraphs when I think it's like kind of a different section. Like it's something kind of unrelated. So it's like, oh, here's the funny moment. Okay, here's where we loot BT. And then
she was very happy. So it was cool. It was really.
And then quick cuts of tools and gear, of crafting tools and gear. Usually just because I've wrote so many of these scripts, I know that generally I want to put we want to move on to the nether enter ASAP. So maybe I'd
It was
say
really cool.
something about
Should
how
do
long it took.
full this. Boom.
Cuts of getting tools of gear. Honestly,
It
maybe
was
even a
epic. How much
cut
decoration
of
total?
doing the shears.
$15,619, I believe. To find out if all portals world record at one point, Fine was the first person to ever do all portals. He's done it once ever, and that was it.
And then like maybe a
Which is
cut
like
of
$50,000 is just
him
such a crazy number. So
cutting
I know
the
we're all
shears.
excited.
Yep. So also a cut at 349 using shears for blocks.
We're all happy. It was good, and I'm excited to do it next year. I hope certain things just become like traditions. Like I would love to do this again with Fine and everything. I didn't see like kelp or anything. It was really cool.
Oh, dude, I almost skipped over it, but that would have been a really good transition. I really like voiceover and man, I'm so bad at live commentary. Um I really like post commentary and live commentary, like being connected in some way. Like when Curryway says something that kind of leads into what he's gonna say in the voiceover a little bit, like I think that helps the flow of the video so well. And I guess one thing I really like about the way I do notes like this or write scripts like this is it allows me to judge kind of what the flow of the video is going to be before I'm even in the editor, which is really nice. But he's about to say something I think is going to be really important. Where it's like cool, that's good enough.
I need an enter.
I need an enter. And then that's when you can say
I didn't see like kelp or anything.
I guess if we were gonna be exact about it, I'd put quotation marks over this because it's something he's saying. But I don't know. Sometimes like you can just judge that it's like, okay, this is something someone is saying. So sometimes I get a little lazy.
I didn't see any kelp. We'll see something or other. Oh, that could be real. Oh, this could also be real. It's not, but probably my best bet. Like at least I'm getting low. I'm gonna hop in here.
Then maybe cut to I'm gonna hop in here. This is definitely like a slower paced overworld, or at least this part of the run. But I think that's okay, because while we do want to kind of rush into the action, it is going to be tough to reach the 8-minute mark, and that's kind of ideal. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think my overall judgment of this run as a whole, where this is a video made by the voiceover. There's some of Curryway's videos where it's like, it's content in the Twitch stream all around. But this is something where you need to explain to the viewer what's important. Like, why is this such an interesting moment? I have no clue how I'm going to make the intro or how Curryway is going to, like, market this. But I mean, it's just so crazy that it was just, like, perfect. Like, 12 obby in the Bastion into just a random-ass 8 obby chest. Like, specifically when you needed it. And then maybe I say, okay, so it's a good nether. So maybe I kind of say something like, we find a magma cave for a pretty average nether enter of 5.5 minutes. But I was not ready for the nether that was waiting for me. I don't know. I think it's a fine transition to just be like, holy shit, both structures. Okay. Now stuff's getting serious. So I guess in terms of like music, it would be sometimes I do like to put like music recommendations in like brackets above like where I think the split in sections should go. Like for example, if I would probably like add this to kind of say that like, hey, this is kind of a split off. This is kind of a new section. We're into the nether now. Or like some sort of change in pace has happened. Like more energetic music is gonna happen when Curryway realizes the structures.
I'm gonna hop in here. Oh, that's gravel. There we go. Bubbles whirl. Oh, I found the.
Okay. You could argue you probably don't need this voiceover because it kind of is something Curryway says, but I think it's really good to not stick to either voiceover or live commentary for too long either way, because like too much of both it could just be boring. So even though Curryway kind of says something like this, I think it's good to kind of mix things up a bit. Same thing the other way around. Like if you're like completely yapping about something in voiceover and you kind of notice a point in the video where you kind of say the same thing, like you can kind of put that in the middle to break it up.
On the bubbles. Okay.
Okay, so I'll put a timestamp, nether, enter, two structures visible. Just guessing from the notes.
Wow.
Good start. Wow, Goblin, thank you so much for that 3 months. I appreciate it. Oh, I have a bastion right there. Oh my.
Oh, I have a bastion right there. Like obviously when like I'm spelling it all out here, but sometimes like if you can trust yourself to like, oh yeah, I kind of understand the pacing in my head, like you don't need to write everything out.
Goodness gracious. Oh my.
But because I'm paid by Curryway to write a script, like usually I do try to write as much out as I can until it's just like, yeah.
Goodness gracious. Let us go. I also have a spawner. Oh, okay. Wow, I found the bastion. Oh, and I see the.
Yeah, no, like that's just like a full cut. Sometimes if I think it's really important that there's no cuts in the clip, I say that something like this, where it's like, okay, keep the clip going. I'm not going to write everything out, but everything he says to this point is important.
Fort. Oh my god. Okay, this is stables though.
This is stables though. Okay, let's see what Curryway says about stables. Because maybe we'd want to do some mansplaining about like no good areas in this stables.
What? This is how every no reset seed goes, right? Am I right?
This is how every... Oh, that's good. Does he know? Ooh, I just had a good idea. I think hyping up the sub 20 could be good because he does get a 20-minute flat. So I think that could be a way to build some tension. So with a bastion in fortress within sight, this is looking like a pretty easy sub 20-minute speed run. And I can kind of play it off like, ah, shit, the sub 20 is not gonna happen because we don't have two portals. Oh no. It's also strange because maybe okay. And I'm thinking about it, maybe like title ideas, like the rare chest that saved my speed run. So you kind of see, like, now that I've had, like, some time to, like, let the idea of the run, like, marinate for a bit, it's like, okay, I think I have a solid idea of, like, how to take this video, how to make it something interesting. God, I need a water. I feel like a pretty easy sub 20-minute speed run, but with any no reset speed run, you can never really say that until you leave the bastion with 20 obsidian. But with any no reset speedrun, you can never really say that until you leave the bastion with 20 obsidian. Stables bastion especially because the whole bastion is random. Whole bastion is made of random sections. Our gold blocks to trade are not guaranteed. Do I like how that's phrased? Not really. But I think saying something like this, stables bastions especially, are especially scary because the whole bastion is made of random sections. One thing I've kind of realized is that when you're script writing, it's really nice to kind of do yourself a favor and read it out loud sometimes. Like, this feels like a very long run-on sentence when it's totally fine to write, it's totally fine to read, it's awful to speak aloud. So that's kind of the thing where it's like, I used to be really bad at having a lot of run-on sentences, and I've been a lot better of like, okay, I need to put my thoughts into better words, essentially. So, stables bastions are especially scary. Because the whole bastion is made out of random sections, our gold blocks of trade are not guaranteed. Okay, that sounds okay. I think that's fine to rock with. Yeah.
This is how good everything.
So maybe, now that I think about it a little more, maybe something I might want to put in the intro is, like I can introduce the challenge of, like, I'm just putting notes in the intro for now. I haven't actually wrote anything, but, it's just giving me a better idea of what to write later. And, like, the intro is the most important part of the video, so you don't want to half-ass it. So I think it's really important to be the last thing you do, unless you have a really good idea right off the bat how you want to market the video. Gold blocks a trade are not guaranteed. I don't know, maybe something about like ups and downs of no reset. I think like something about like it's never truly over, or you're never like out of the woods. You could have everything you need, but you're never truly out of the woods. Or like maybe conversely, like kind of, I don't know what the like term for something like this is, where it's like, oh, you're kind of two sides of the same coin. I don't know. Never truly out of the woods, but also it's never truly over. This writing is fire. I don't know. Obviously, I'd probably make it less corny, or maybe I'd keep it that corny. Who knows?
No reset seed is.
Oh, that's so funny. He says, wait, does he say it's good?
Okay, wow, I found the bastion. Oh, and I see the fort. Oh my god. Okay, this is stables though. What the flip? What? This is how every no reset seed goes, right? Am I right? This is how good every no reset seed
This is how good every seed is.
is. This is a bad gap. Ow, how'd you get
Let's
there?
go on.
Oh, okay. I think I've thought about another thing to say. Diamonds are so much more common in these chests, so like I can say that's why he was looking at it. I'm gonna make a note of that. 3 diamonds was probably the intention of looting the fort chest.
Almost 3 years. Thanks for always being there,
Oh,
goat.
that's a hog leg.
I've had a hard year. Lost a really big job opportunity, and my car got totaled yesterday. But you're
Oh my
always there
God.
to get my mind off things. Keep it up, white.
Dude, I love Greyway sub notifications. Like, here's all my trauma. I'm gonna dump it on a Twitch message. No hate, no hate, no hate. It's just funny to look back and.
Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Okay. We need more voiceover because this is just not able to be in the video. Where he says here.
What the flip?
Okay, I know that this wall, and I'll put a timestamp. 5:30. Where's a good visual of the
There. Oh
wall?
my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Let us go. I also have a spawner. Oh. Okay, wow, I found the bastion. Oh, and I see the fort.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make a note. Pause at 5:32 to show the side of the bad gap. And then, okay, that's highlighted. Sometimes I'll highlight stuff that's I think is really important. Some sort of hard effects. I'll highlight this. I think it's funny. I know from this wall that this half of the bastion has no gold blocks. This is kind of an interesting question. Like, how do I transition the time from here
Let's go on.
Ooh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
to him going here? 20 seconds. Wait, oh my god, is he stupid?
That is insanely tough. I appreciate you always being around, dude.
Okay, so he's not stupid. Okay, I know from this wall that this, and I know from mining this block,
Get my mind off things. Keep it.
and then that's at 5:59. This block, that the other half also has no gold. So what now?
This is a bad gap.
Do we see?
Ow, how'd you get
Let's
there?
go.
Oh, he says that's a bad gap. Oh, it's beautiful. You know, I'll make a note. I'll make a note of it with the comments because there's kind of a lot going on here. He says at 5:47 that it's a bad gap. Maybe worth including? Question mark.
Almost 3 years. Thanks for always being there,
Oh,
goat.
that's a hog leg.
I lost a really big job
Wait, is that a triple? Am I stupid?
opportunity, and my car got totaled yesterday. But
Hang
you're always
on. I'm gonna watch the rest of the Bastion because I want to know how this
God.
goes out before saying anything.
up, white people.
Dude, cool, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is insanely tough. I appreciate you always being around, dude. What do I do here?
That's good. I know from mining this half that the other half has no gold blocks. So what now? 6:18. What do I do here? Yeah, because it's probably good that we show him stumbling around the bastion a
I mean, I
bit.
could just go to another bastion, but I don't know if I have another bastion. You know what I
Yes. He's explaining things.
mean?
Yes, good commentary. Thank you, Curryway. Talks about another bastion.
Actually, I am unsure. That's a real bastion. I could just go there.
Yeah, you know what? I can use this. I can work with this. Okay. So we want to make it about the sub 20. Um, okay. So what am I going to say? I'm going to say, well, I could just go to the other bastion. I really don't want to. I think I'm going to use this to kind of explain his thought process, but I'm kind of assuming for Curryway in a way that kind of makes the narrative go forward. So, well, I could just go to the other bastion. I really don't want to. If I could somehow get my trades in this bastion, I'm still really close to the fortress. If I go to the other bastion, my run probably becomes too low to get a sub 20. Well, sub 20s aren't the fastest times around. I make it my goal of most no reset seeds if possible. Ooh, do I hype up like getting to 1,000? Because I remember that he's been talking about it on Twitter recently, getting 1,000 sub 20s. I think my goal. Well, sub 20s aren't the fastest times around. I make my goal of most no reset seeds if possible. If I could somehow get my trades in this bastion, I'm still really close to the fortress, and I can start the day with a run that I'm very happy with. Because I think part of what makes Curryway's videos interesting is kind of his thought process. So while it might not be like the best content ever, like we don't have a lot to work with here, like let's be honest. So kind of like hyping up the sub 20 a bit and also making it the thing.
I mean, I probably just should, right? Like, I grab, like, the super easy chest, and then I'm just out. Maybe I get, like, a pearl trade. I think I go for, like, a pearl trade, like, singular.
Because what he's saying is kind of conflicting with this narrative, but obviously, like, that doesn't mean it still can't be the narrative. I'm still really close to the fortress, and I can start the day, and then I'm very happy with. It's kind of tough, the alternate narrative. I think I just didn't watch ahead enough.
Oh my, that's an 11 obby chest? What's happening? Oh, I didn't dig too.
No, I think I like the idea of, like...
Okay, well, like, a pearl trade, like, singular. I mean, I probably just should, right? Like, I grab, like...
I settle for a middle ground play. Yeah, whatever. I think that's fine. I settled for a middle ground play.
I have, like, the super easy chest, and then I'm just out. Maybe, like... That's a real bastion. I could just go there. I mean, I probably just should, right? Like, I grab, like, the super easy...
Okay, so 641. I grab like the super easy chest and try to grab a pearl trade. I'll say that. I fuck with it.
easy chest, and then I'm just out. Maybe I get, like, a pearl trade. I think I go for, like, a pearl trade, like, singular.
654, the routes.
Oh my, that's an 11 obby chest? What's happening? Oh, I didn't dig too. Okay, well, that's good. I thought I got
What are
another
we
dig off.
doing?
I guess I didn't. Hello, everyone. I mean, like, maybe I can go? If I get another pearl trade and a fire res, I actually can.
Oh, that's good. Maybe I can go with another pearl and fire threat?
But that would be pretty unlikely. Oh my god.
I could be really cheesy. I could be like, oh, thanks to this great chest, the run is saved. But not that saved. Because it's only 10 obby. Yeah, I like that, actually. I like that.
What do we get? 16 and a fire res. I just need obby and I could go. Am I gonna get obby? That would suck. Really hoping I could just leave off that. There's one. I have 7. Any chest that has... I mean, this is my last chest, though.
Wait, am I tripping?
Please.
He said 11 obby.
Like, singular. I could just go there. Oh my... That's an 11 obby chest?
What? I'm confused.
What's happening? Oh, I didn't dig too. Okay, well, that's good. Unlikely. Oh my god.
How much obby do we have?
What do we get? 16 and a fire res. I just need obby and I could go. Am I gonna get obby? That would suck. Really hoping I could just leave off that. There's one. I have 7. Any chest that has... I mean, this is my last chest, though. Please. Yes!
Okay, okay. Why? Okay, what the fuck are we talking about? I'm putting that comment there for Curry's enjoyment. That legitimately just sidetracked me for 5 minutes. That's funny.
Would suck. Really hoping I could just leave off that. There's one. I have 7. Any chest that has... I mean, this is my last chest, though.
This is my last chest, though. It's cinema. It's cinema.
So.
Bang.
Yes! Okay, we're out. We're out. We're out. We're out. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome back to No Reset, baby.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Okay, I'll put it 827. This chest saved my Minecraft speedrun. But don't get your hopes up just yet. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a fake out. It's a good fake out. Don't get your hopes up just yet. Okay. Don't get your hopes up just yet. While we are entering the fortress in under 10 minutes, it's really hard to get a sub 20 without, really hard to get a good time without 20 obsidian, because with only 10, it's still really hard to get a good no reset time without 20 obsidian, because with only 10, I'm at the mercy of blind travel and can't travel, because with only 10, I cannot nether travel to the stronghold, and I am at the mercy of the blind travel. While we are on pace to enter the fortress in under 10 minutes. I feel like this is a section where it's going to be so close to entering the fort that it's kind of going to be hard to get B-roll here, or maybe B-roll is needed here. But I don't know. That's an issue for the editors. Would I have any breaks here? No, I think it makes sense to be in like one split. I think this is when it would be split, for example.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done. I only got 16. 17. I think I definitely want to go high terrain.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna put a note that it's like, oh, Curry kills Enderman and pearls Q4. Sometimes I like putting notes like this if like I've already passed it and it's like I'm not gonna go back to redo the timestamps.
Okay, well that's pretty annoying, but whatever. Fine. Here I am. Hello.
Okay, I'll put the 857 hello or enter.
I knew there was a chance of that, that's why I flipped it to my hotbar, but like, bruh. Kind of annoying.
Okay, here's what I think would be nice. I think because this is like the hype moment, I think we kind of play it off as nothing. Like, play the build up to the clutch chest as nothing too crazy.
Hello. Oh, hi. Oh, hello.
Let's see, where would we want the
like,
clip to
bruh.
be?
But like, bruh. Kind of annoying.
Okay, 909, Blaze kills, Greyway, happy about chest, runs into God chest. Okay, I'm gonna say something in advance that I think might end up being said. I think we're gonna end up saying something probably when he blinds. And is there a bad blind? Yeah, the blind kind of saves his ass. Whenever the fart blind happens, I'm gonna have like Curry reminisce. Oh god, I don't know how to spell that. Curry talks about how this crazy perfect scenario is only possible in no reset, and why it is so special and memorable to him. I'm kind of like speaking for Curry, but I mean, obviously I've done a lot of work for him, and like I can kind of speak in his voice if I want to, and like considering this is a video he wants me to script, like this is a video he has in the backlog. It's a video, or it's a run that he noted as purple, which is like a really special run. So like we need the viewer to understand why Curryway thinks it's so special. So I'll kind of put words in his mouth that way.
Hello. Oh, hi. Oh.
Okay, play this clip out in full for the full reaction Curry has to the chest.
Oh, hello. Oh, this is helpful.
I'll probably put a timestamp of when I think is a
10-4,
good time
baby.
to cut.
What? I've never.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I think what we do is we put some explanation in the middle of this, and then it goes back to the reaction. So the reaction picks back up at like at 9:30, for example. We pick it back up, like the first half of the reaction. Okay, in case you missed it, do I make some sort of joke? Honestly, this could be, I think it could be funny. In case you missed it, I could be like something quirky for like a route to sublug. Hey, you guys, in case you missed it, everyone on the second monitor, tab in. Maybe that's too quirky. I'll put it in for now. Everyone on the second monitor, everyone watching in the background, dude in. Just have like a wall break there. Maybe it's funny. Okay, in case you missed it, okay. Everyone watching in the background, dude in. Okay, maybe this is too quirky. Honestly, I really like the callouts like that. I think there's like a Luke the Notable clip I saw on Twitter where it's like, oh, I know so many people watch my videos to fall asleep, and then he says, "Wake up!" super loud, and that's just so funny. Maybe this is too quirky. I'll leave it to your judge. I find the call out funny, and maybe it gets silly comments.
What?
Okay, in case you missed it, that was 8 obsidian. Emphasis on 8. Fuck it, I'm bolding it too. This guy better notice be like, that was 8 obsidian. To even get, oh, this is so beautiful. I don't even have to do the math. I can say like, not to bore you to death with, to not bore you to death with the math. My Twitch chat calculated that the odds of this chest are about 1 in 20,000. I don't need to do any research. Dude, I did a looting 3-sword. Like, there were 2 looting 3-swords in a chest in one of these videos, and I needed to run the whole math out. All the math on, like, what's the actual chance given this spawn pool. Okay, anyways. To even get 2 obsidian. To even get 2 obsidian, I'm gonna simplify it. It's about an 8% chance. Like, this is also a gross oversimplification, but I don't know. Like, hopefully that's just fine. Maybe I can even get any 2 to 4? No. I'm gonna say 2 obsidian. Odds of a chest with 8 obsidian. Chest with 8 obsidian is about 1 in 20,000. If I wasn't going for, obviously I looted. Why did I even loot this chest? Well, for one, it was in front of me. Everyone loves a good gamble at Fulham. Everyone loves a good gamble. Everyone loves opening a chest. But the more likely way to, in reality, this was to try and get more obsidian for a second nether portal. Not necessarily 8 obsidian, but the much more likely diamonds for a diamond pickaxe to mine my portal and move it elsewhere. However, this insanely rare chest. Okay, maybe it's like kind of bouncing back and forth because this is kind of a mouthful. So I think in the middle of this, I'm gonna put rest of reaction. Okay, why did I even loot this chest? No, because I think his reaction, he says, do I say back to life curry? Maybe. Anyways, let's see what the rest of the reaction is.
I've never. No, I've really never. No, no, dude, I've never seen that chest before. No, really, I think it was 8. I think it was 8 obby. I have 20 now. Sure.
Sure. Oh, fuck, I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. It's cut reaction in half
Never seen that.
at 9:56 RTA, not IGT. Because usually I go off IGT, but it doesn't matter if he's just paused the whole time. That's me being a brick. Why did I even loot this chest? Well, for one, it was in front of me. Everyone loves opening a chest, but in reality, this was trying to get, but tactically, this was to try and get more obsidian for a second nether portal. Not necessarily all 8 obsidian, but we will certainly take the 8 obsidian. This single-handedly puts this run back on sub 20 pace. Okay, there we go. We got it. And then I'm gonna I'll leave fort split to editor. Probably can keep I think this section, because I know after this it's gonna be pretty much like I can already imagine it's pretty much live commentary until blind. So to not waste my time now, or I'm gonna let the editors do their thing. But even if this was my own video, like I think I just do something like I do my own editing at this point. Like I won't need to be told every single thing that happens if I'm just in like edit down mode. You know what I mean? Probably can keep I'll leave fort split, keep a lot in because of how energetic Curryway will be. Yeah, so generally I keep the start of the run very structured and kind of ease up on it kind of later into the video when I kind of know I have a better idea of what I'm going to do. So then I'll highlight this and then I will
Sure. I've never know what to say. Obscene. That genuinely might be the most insane chest that I've ever opened in any structure ever. Like, period. Like, buried treasure, dungeon, ruin. Insane chest I've ever seen. That. What? Hobby. Like, all one piece. Dude, like, what just happened? Oh, I have 8. What the dude? Oh my god.
Okay. So
Just like sitting here yapping. Sorry.
yeah. Okay, I'll say 1150 blind. Curry measures eyes and notes how it is 1.3k away. Okay. And then I think for one of the final voiceover parts, I'll have Curry yap about this. Curry talks about how this is a perfect scenario, no reset, and why it's so special. It is genuinely crazy that some moment like this would happen exactly when I needed it. This is part of why I love no reset so much. Reset. You would just never encounter moments like this otherwise. Not only did I find a rare chest, but thanks to the Bastion that gave just as much as I needed, this rare chest became so much more special and truly a moment of the challenge I'll never forget. But enough sappiness. Not only this just became so much, gave just as much as needed, and it actually mattered too. The blind was bad enough to kill sub 20 pace. This crazy one of a kind circumstance makes this rare chest so much more special and truly a moment of the challenge I'll never forget. But enough sappiness. We have a speedrun to complete. Good luck, editors. And I think that's pretty much it for the voiceover. That's like the last relevant place I think would honestly maybe okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. If we don't need the runtime, this voiceover can overlap with some remaining parts of the run, say until like stronghold enter. Otherwise, random B-roll and stream highlights for the rest of the run. That's probably how I would do it in the pacing. If I could afford to, I'd probably overlap this with the rest of the run, but in the interest of keeping it at 8 minutes, I'll note that. Dude, I really highlighted a lot in this one. Goddamn. Good luck, editors. Just to make sure.
I mean, that's still just insane. That's just insane. Okay, this way, 0.8 or 0.6, 190. 8 Obby in a fortress seems to be about 1 in 2,000. I mean, that's still just insane. That's just insanity. You could not be in a worse spot if you tried. I actually
Hope you have a good one.
Okay, I'm actually gonna go to the notes for this. Okay. I don't care. This doesn't this doesn't look like it's anything worth mentioning in voiceover. I think the rest of it speaks for itself. So now that we have this done, we need to really think about what we're doing for the intro here. Okay. So how would I hook the video? Because we kind of have some surprise factor here. Say something about the ups and downs. I need to think about it for a bit. Honestly, like this might be the type of run where I'd leave, like I'd think about it for a bit more. Like I'd close out of the tab and then think about it later. Maybe like do it in the morning. But I think in the interest of like, I don't know if people are watching this, but if they are, I think I'd like to come up with something to say. Because this is honestly a tough one to talk about. Do I even want an intro? Could I do something quirky? Could I just be like, I could like incorporate into the run. No intro, just like right off to the bat. Maybe I'll say something about Minecraft loot tables and randomness. Also, I'm gonna put this like I'm gonna put these notes out of this because he's not saying any of that. In a random game, like, or in a randomized game like Minecraft, loot chests can be, I want to do something like, oh, loot chests can be good or bad, sort of thing. In a Minecraft speedrun, loot chests are everything. In a Minecraft speedrun, loot chests are everything. If you don't get enough iron, reset. Yeah, I think I do something like that. And then like maybe some sort of other thing where it's like reset, but I don't reset. Blah blah blah. Dot dot dot. In my challenge to beat Minecraft 100,000 times, I can't reset. If my chest loot is too bad, I just have to deal with it. But on the other hand, playing a no reset speedrun leads to crazy situations that happen but on the other hand, playing a no reset speedrun leads to crazy situations that happen because of the absurd situations it puts you in. This is a story about one of those crazy situations. Honestly, to start the speed run, I need my first loot chest. I could be corny like that. Sure, why not? Why not? If you don't get enough obsidian, reset. But in my challenge to beat Minecraft 100,000 times, I can't reset. If my chest loot is too bad, I just have to deal with it. But on the other hand, playing a no reset speedrun leads to crazy situations that only happen. One of those crazy situations. A perfect chest at the perfect time, leading to a speedrun I'll never forget. Enjoy run 5,265. I think that's serviceable. I don't think it's the best intro ever for new viewers. Maybe it is. In a Minecraft speedrun, loot chests are everything. Reset. But I can't reset. If my loot chest is bad, I just have to deal with it. But on the other hand, leads to crazy situations that only happen. So of the absurd situations you get stuck in. Enjoy run 5,265. To start the speedrun, I need my first loot chest. And there's no better... How do I say like, oh. And the best loot chest on this random world seems to be a shipwreck in a nearby ocean. Be finding a shipwreck in a nearby ocean. I think that's cute. I think we're kind of hyping up loot chests, and then it's like, okay, what's so crazy here? And then it's like, oh, this this just saved my Minecraft speedrun. Bait and switch. Baited. Do I say bait? Bait, whatever. I think it'd be really funny if like this was the impression people had, and it's like, okay, what the fuck? I think this is a cook. I feel like this was a really hard script. So if this actually helped anyone, thanks for watching. And this is kind of like my mindset of how I would script a video. Hopefully this helps someone.